Have you ever wondered what would happen if Earth lost its gravity? It's a thought that's crossed many minds, perhaps even yours. Gravity, that invisible force that keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground, that keeps our planet in its orbit around the sun, and that makes the everyday act of picking up a cup of coffee possible. It's everywhere in everything, and yet it's something we often take for granted. But what if it wasn't there? What if one day gravity just ceased to exist? It's a concept that's hard to wrap our heads around, considering that gravity is a fundamental component of our universe. It's the glue that holds everything together, from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies. And without it, life as we know it would be unimaginably different. Imagine just for a moment a world without gravity. Picture this. Earth suddenly loses its gravity. The immediate effects would be nothing short of cataclysmic. Everything not tethered to the ground, your morning coffee, your favorite book, your pet, even you, would start floating away. Imagine looking up to see skyscrapers, once firmly rooted, now drifting into the vast expanse of space. The world's oceans, rivers, and lakes would break free, creating massive spheres of water floating in the atmosphere. Even the very air we breathe would unbind, leaving a vacuum where once there was life. But the disruption wouldn't stop there. Without the cohesive force of gravity, the Earth itself would start to break apart. Like a sandcastle crumbling in the tide, our planet would disintegrate, its fragments spiraling away into the void. In this scenario, the Earth as we know it, the comfortable solid ground beneath our feet, the blue sky above, all would be lost. In the blink of an eye, life as we know it would cease to exist. But what about the long-term effects of a gravity-free Earth? Over time, the outcomes would become even more drastic. Without gravity, Earth would no longer maintain its spherical shape. It would be akin to a blob of rock, aimlessly floating through the vast expanse of space. This change wouldn't just affect Earth's form, but also its orbit around the sun. Since gravity is the force that keeps us locked in this life-sustaining dance with our star, a gravityless Earth could veer off course. This could lead to either scorching temperatures as we move closer to the sun, or freezing conditions if we drift further away, potentially triggering catastrophic climate changes. Moreover, without gravity, there would be nothing to prevent our atmosphere, and even our oceans, from drifting off into space, leaving behind a barren, lifeless rock. The loss of gravity would ultimately result in the destruction of our planet. Gravity, as it turns out, is a fundamental force for life on Earth. It's the invisible hand that holds everything in place, from the smallest grain of sand to the largest mountain. It's what keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground, and our planet securely in its orbit around the sun. We can't see it, touch it, or taste it, yet gravity shapes our lives in countless ways. It's the reason why we can pour a glass of water, why birds can fly, and why the moon orbits the Earth. It's why we have tides and weather patterns, and why our planet is a sphere. Without gravity, there would be no life as we know it. The air we breathe, the water we drink, even the food we eat, all depend on this remarkable force. So next time you feel weighed down, remember, it's gravity that keeps us grounded. And without it, life as we know it would be impossible.